Is what it do, and how the hell are all of you with yours truly, Petra fucker, back with another mother lover. Go get your smoke, your drink, and your brother, and come on, sit on down and get down with another as we log in and roast these motherfuckers of TikTok. Ha ha! Part 2, you already know what it is. Woo! You already see on the screen, you already know who it is, homie. It's homie. Got the white best friend. Let's break it on down. Break it on down. Break it on down.
Asking my white best friend black culture questions, so there's one less problematic white person in the world. Hey, girl.
Hey.
Black culture question, so there's one less problematic white person in the world. She came out the gate hard with that. Ooh, let me adjust myself in my hot box. Let me put my hat on too. Maybe I'll feel smarter if I put my hat on. You know, I'm another white person, so I'm problematic. Woo. Woo, you know what I'm saying? Woo. Get hot in this motherfucker. Maybe it's my skin color that makes it hot in this bitch. Woo. Woo. You know what I mean? It'd be crazy. Now, anyways, let's jump into this bitch. So, one less problematic white person in the world, huh? That's what it come down to. Every white person is problematic unless they go through, well, what do you call it? At-home training? What do you call it? Is it like what the military does where they break you down and they build you back up? Is it what gangs do where they jump you in and then treat you as like a brotherhood? I mean, what is the process of learning how to be woke, and stay on top of the wokeness? You know what I'm saying? How does one tame the wokeness monster? You know what I'm saying? So let's jump on it and maybe they'll describe it for us.
If you are in the presence of a black person and they are ready for you to leave, what are they going to say? There are several right answers, but can you think of one?
So there's several right answers. Now everybody get your notebook, get you a pen. I'm going to write down your answer. And we all going to show it to nobody because we just listening, right? But anyways, it's a way to participate. I can get you a trophy if you need one. You know what I mean? If you need one.
No.
My favorite is, so what you finna do?
How stereotypical is that? Is that not stereotyping? Does every black person say, so what you finna do? I remember back in the day. And you see how she spelled finna? F-I-N-N-A? There was a homegirl back in the day. And she was dating, I don't remember this dude's name. Not that I would say it. But she was dating homeboy, right? And she wrote a letter talking about what you finna do after school or something, right? After, I think it was in high school or middle school or some shit. But she was like, what you finna do? We cracked jokes about the word finna for like 30, 40 minutes afterwards. Just a small anecdotal story. But my point is, it's kind of stereotypical of her to assume that all black people assume or say what you finna do when they want somebody to leave, instead of saying, hey, so I got this or this or this or this to go do, or you need to get to getting, or when were you going to head home? You know, like, what were the other 6 proper ways of saying this? I wonder if she's going to break it down for us. I doubt it.
Oh, okay.
If we are on the phone and we want to hang up, what is not appropriate, but like, what is something that a black person would say? There's several answers, but can you think of one?
So it's not what you finna do, obviously. So is that still one of the 7 answers or no? Man, she's making this game confusing. by trying to not do a gotcha moment, but it's kind of a gotcha moment. Let's be honest. She's using her best friend's nativity against her. Let's be honest, that's what this is. That way, friend, I think she doesn't understand. I don't think she wants to be hated on or anything like that. That's why she had to scrub her account. Because you don't scrub your account for good things. It's only when backlash happens. Let's keep it 100.
All right now, or something like that.
You're actually not wrong. That is something I was asking my white best friend, Black culture question.
See, all right now, see, that wasn't that bad. But again, I still think it was pretty stereotypical, just in my opinion. Now we go run this one.
Asking my white best friend Black culture questions so there can be one less problematic white person in the world. Hey, Jess.
Hi.
Oh, look, and you're not.
We all got our intros, I love mine. That's an extremely twisted intro. Hi, here with my white best friend, Jess. Asking her Black culture questions so she can be one less problematic white person in this evilly white person ran world. Breaking them down one at a time. How you doing today, Jess? Oh, looking ass.
Cleaning. Hey, quick question.
Yeah.
What is the first thing you should do when you enter into my house?
I have to take off my shoes.
You have to take off your shoes. Now, look.
You know how many houses I've been in that you gotta take off your shoes? You know what you do when you come into my house? Take your fucking shoes off. I ain't cleaning up your fucking footprints, your mud, your dirt, your leaves and shit. That's why I got a rug by the front door. That's why I got a floor mat on the outside. And wipe your feet off. Shocker. Man, come on now. Come on, man. You ruining this friendship of ours, bro. Is that not ruining the friendship? You think that that's not common? Stupid.
Listen, I'm not saying that every Black person is going to want you to take off your shoes, but you should definitely ask, would you like me to take off my shoes before I enter your house? We don't wear outside shoes inside the house. Inside shoes can be worn inside the house, but inside shoes must stay inside the house and not go outside. Once Jess had her house shoes outside, and I said, why do you have your house shoes on outside? Those are inside shoes.
My bad.
Yeah, so just so you know, the more you know.
Had to break it down because the more you know, yeah, whatever. Acting as if motherfuckers don't understand house shoes versus outside shoes. Acting as if that's only a Black thing. Again, it's something that I would say is very stereotypical. Because I've been in a lot of white people's houses. Now, I don't know any white people that really call it house shoes. I know a lot of white people that would call it sandals, or I just wear these shoes in the house. I don't really call them house shoes. But to act as if people don't know inside and outside, you're a brave one, thinking people are that stupid. I'm just saying. Now, we're going to keep it running. Can't just stay on, Jess and her homegirl all the time. Don't work like that. Ooh, let's see what this one says. It's a mental disorder. Let's dive. Okay. That was quick. Me reacting to DeSantis banning critical race theory from state schools in Florida. DeSantis done made another one mad. Made another one mad. Made another one mad. If you act like this, you're a fucking loser. If you act like this, you're a fucking loser. And why do I say that? Because you put up the camera, you walked outside, came in, put on a fucking act as if you're just this fucking mad. This isn't real. This is not a reaction. You are fucking doing this for the camera. Think that people are going to side with you because you're done. I don't give a fuck about what you like. If you don't like what DeSantis is doing, move to a fucking blue state. Quit hurting the red states with your blue ideology. Let's keep it 100. 100? Come on there. The fuck? Like, you really act This shit makes me laugh, bro. Liberals go to other states, go to red states, and then get mad that the red states do what red states do. But you can't stay in your blue state because you don't like what the blue state is led up to. Hence hella California. Motherfucking poo-poo in the streets, needles in the streets, got fucking entire fucking streets of homeless motherfucking people. Ain't got no fucking plan for that, though. Ain't got no plan for that, though. Come on now. You wonder why people are having mass exodus out of California or mass exodus out of fucking New York. We're going to make you pay a 60.2 tax rate. Man, you fucking crazy. Crazy. Texas teacher openly admits that CTR is woven into the U.S. history class. Well, let's do it.
Hey, great question. So, first of all, like as a high school history teacher, critical race theory is not something that I explicitly teach. Like, I don't teach that term. I don't ever use that phrase. But it's something that's basically woven throughout my entire U.S. history class. It really is just the idea of a few things. One, that race is a social construct that still impacts our systems today. Two, that systemic racism is still around and is still a thing, and that there is still white privilege. There are obstacles that white people don't have to face, that people...
Hold up. What's your name? Hold up. What's your name? Who the fuck was taught this in history class? I'm gonna wait. If you was taught this in history class, please let me know. Because I wasn't told. I mean, if this is what they're really telling white kids is that their skin is a privilege in class, ooh, you are going to create so many more problems than you could ever do solutions. This is wild that I don't call it CRT. I just teach it. And I name it as something completely different. But yet I go through the same things that those that would want me to teach CRT. I am teaching those same things, just not labeling as that. So instead of that being or racism, we're going to name that spacism. Just to keep it a little different so maybe people don't catch on. Because, I don't want the school district to get on my ass, but I still want to teach my liberal ways. That's what it is, bro. Found a way around it to teach your agenda, teach your narrative. And now you're telling the world about it.
Who are not white still have to face. And it's the idea that, the way to solve racial disparities is not to, go tell people individually not to be racist. It's to look at the structures and the systems that are in place, especially the laws, and figure out how to make those more equitable and more fair to all people. And you really can't teach U.S. history responsibly without including these elements. You can't talk about Bacon's Rebellion, Jim Crow. You can't talk about the war on drugs. None of that without including this type of thing.
You can talk about all those things and then some and not make it be taught about. You can teach all that and not be like white privilege this and white privilege that. You're choosing not to. You're choosing to add white privilege to it. You're choosing to act woke. You're choosing to teach wokeness. You're choosing that. It's a choice. It's a decision. It's your choice to have it woven in your U.S. history class. That's your choice. I was taught all about the redlining and the busing and all those things in the South. I was taught about racism and all that by some very good teachers. But never once did they tell anybody that was white that they had white privilege. So that's where you're really going to lose me and I think a lot of other people. You're going to try to teach kids that everything is saw through a lens of race when that's not true.
White kids, you're all racist.
We're going to run it. I think the same teacher.
There's literally nothing you can do about it. Just get really good at apologizing. You know what? As your teacher, I really know each and every one of you really well. And I know your hurts. But it's really important to...
See, I don't believe that. I've never believed that. I've never believed that the teachers really know you. I think she thinks she does. I think you do. But how do you understand this child? Through and through, I know what your heart is. I know you. I know you, Brad. I know you, Susie. I know what your heart says. How do you really know that if you only seen them for this long once a day? Do you give them all the attention? Like, come on now. Stop lying. Who believes that shit? I don't.
Understand that you can be like not racist as an individual, but still exist within a system that perpetuates racial disparities. And there's no need for any of us to feel bad about it, but we do need to accept that it exists and acknowledge it, and then try to challenge those disparities when we can. White kids, you're privileged. You've never had to work for anything in your life. Stop complaining. Privilege actually isn't like the existence of benefits. It's the lack of obstacles and barriers.
Again, that's not true. I'm going to stop it because that's not true. To say that white people are granted things without any obstacles or barriers in front of them is bullshit. It's bullshit. That's not fact. That's bullshit is what it is. You're teaching nonsense because that's what you want to teach. You want people to think that because they're white, they're not gonna have obstacles in front of them, as if they'll never have an obstacle in front of them. That's nonsense. And to think that your color of your skin is gonna stop an obstacle is even crazier.
You've had to work really hard for a lot of things in your life, and you've had to overcome obstacles. It's just probably that the color of your skin wasn't one of them. The laws are racist, the Constitution is racist, America's racist.
Okay, so again, what about all the kids in Appalachia? What about all the kids in the rundown trailer parks that are all methed out, cracked out, tore up, this, that, the other? How does their skin color not affect them in a bad way? I'm just using the trailer park as an example because a lot of the ones I've been in have been fucking run down. And a lot of the people that I knew in them were some good fucking people, but a lot of the people in them had a lot of problems with a lot of drugs and a lot of crime, not making that community such a good community.
Thankfully, we eliminated most of like the explicitly racist legislation and institutions during the 60s and the civil rights movement, but we're a democracy, right? And so our institutions are run by people, and people come to their life with experiences and biases, and so the institutions that they run probably carry those as well.
I wonder if she ever taught her class about Robert Byrd, the KKK member that was on the motherfucking DNC for how many years? Like 40, 50, 60, something like that? Yeah, buddy. Chevy turned up like a NASCAR pit stop. Let's keep it 100. Is she teaching them that the Democrats were the ones that started the KKK? Or is she going to teach them that there was some switch that never happened? It's amazing to see what we're fed. Ooh, please pray for this child. You know what? Let's pray for this child right quick. Dear God, please watch over this child that we're about to watch. Someone has given us a heads up that we need to pray, and I'm gonna take that seriously. And I pray that you watch over this child and are able to give them the tools to defend against the agendas and the narratives that try to write you out of the picture, oh Lord. In your name, amen. Let's get it.
You don't know if someone is a boy or a girl. How come you call them they?
Because it don't assume gender.
Yeah, we don't assume gender. And what is gender?
What's gender?
Gender is how society defines
How society defines
boys and girls and everything in between.
How is that not indoctrinating your child? How is that healthy for the child? How is that okay for the child? It's not, man. This is crazy. It is understandably something that I can't even say it's under. How are we okay as people? How are we okay to tell a child that young that we don't assume gender? How is she supposed to go to preschool and make friends? She's going to be the odd one out because not every parent is teaching their kids this. You're going to make your kid an outcast just by the shit you're teaching them because you got to be the next wokest parent on the block. This is the shit that is truly scary. This is the shit that is frightening. Let's keep it 100, man. This is the shit that is truly frightening, bro. I lost it at the 20-second mark. I think we're gonna run these two, man. And then we're gonna cut it and we're gonna drop a couple more. You already know what it is, though.
White rage or white backlash is the violent resistance that some white people resort to when there is some progress made in regard to racial equality. It is the doubling down on white supremacy and racism when it is made evident that we are not going to tolerate this system of oppression anymore. It is a reminder to people of color that white people are still in power and they should be. It is an attempt to maintain the hierarchy of power when it is made evident that this hierarchy is actually really harming marginalized identity.
Whoa, I'm not even gonna run that shit back because of all the virtue signaling and pandering and white splaining she was doing. Now, with Ilhan Omar and AOC, Rashida Tlaib in office, Maxine Waters, there's others. There's other radical congresswomen and congressmen that have some out there views. But how is it only white people are in the system to put down other people if those people are in office? Ilhan Omar, most people hate her ideas, hate what she's about, but yet she's still sitting in Congress. Same with AOC, she's still sitting in Congress. Like, again, it's not, no. You can't say white people are the devil, white people are this, that, the other thing, or they're holding everybody down, when that's clearly not the case.
Christian backlash is the violent response that some Christians resort to when it is made evident that Christianity is abusive. It is the
What about all the Christians that are being beheaded in other countries? Because they believe in God. What about all the churches that could not open during the lockdown? Christian backlash. Is there Catholic backlash? Is there Muslim backlash? Is there Hindu backlash? Or is it only Christian?
of anybody that attempts to speak against Christianity. It is the destruction of the reputation, and it is the silencing of these people at whatever the cost.
See, I'm not even going to run that no more. We're not going to play it again because she's being disingenuous. She's acting in bad faith because let's be honest. If you are a real Christian, you are not out here demonizing and getting on people for not believing in God. That is not the message, and that is not the way of God. So why would you be about that if that's the life you're going to try to live? That's definitely somebody that does not understand what they're talking about. I highly doubt that she has ever picked up the book of the Bible in a day in her life. I highly doubt that she can read not any scripture. This lady wants views because she wants to pander. She wants to lie. She wants to virtue signal. She wants to tell her message. She wants to push her bullshit and get everybody and their mama to buy onto it wholesale. That's what she wants, and that's what she's doing. And I'm sure she's getting some ground because it's TikTok. But to try to say that all white people are evil and all Christians are evil and this, that, the other, is something I've heard again, something you've heard, something we've all heard. But to hear it in this way is not new. It just is a little bit more irritating. Because you're trying to sound extremely smart by the way you're putting it, the way you're wording it. Demonizing. I've never met a Christian in my life that was trying to demonize anybody. Not that they're not out there, but I've not met one. I know there's some really fucked up Christians out there. I've met some really fucked up Christians. But they wasn't out there to demonize anybody. But then again, it goes back to, is it only Christians that can be evil towards other people? Or is it other races too? And then it goes back to, what about all the Christians that have been beheaded? Because of their belief in Christ. Because of their belief in Jesus. Yeah. See? I don't know if she wants to answer those questions. I don't know if she wants to deal with the backlash. And you already know we doing, quote, the backlash all day, mother lovers. You already know that. Now, are we going to lose it at the 20-second mark? Let's find out. Inspired by... Okay. What the fuck?
with me, I'll give it to you easily. You just need to get that shot. Getting herd immunity is good for the community, cause biology is high. Antibodies now.
What in the hell is this? What in the Motel 6 with the meth head in the other room and the heroin being slapped up down the block is this? Is this supposed to make somebody want to get the shot? What the fuck? You got to be smoking on that body rock, baby. That body rock. You crazy. Matter of fact, let's run. Give me 1 second. Excuse your brother. Hold up. Y'all want us to get the shot? Well, right here, real time, man. 6/26/21 at 17:37. You know what I'm saying? It's only 45.8% fully vaccinated at least one dose. Is only 53.9%, and they want at least 70% by July? In 4 days? Crazy. You think that's going to get more people to get that shot? That little jingle you done had written up? That's not going to happen. Let's run it back, though, right, real.
Antibodies, wow, keep it going up,
yeah.
If you're tired of wearing this, and listen to the scientists and sign yourself up today.
Now, see, I just quit wearing it anyways, homie. God's got me, player. I'm not worried about no COVID. I'm not worried about no vaccine. What if you want to travel, bro? I'll drive. Catch no bus. And I damn sure ain't going to Cali. I'll see that motherfuckers in the pictures. I'm good. You can go to Florida and see palm trees. Go to Florida and see a warm beach. You can go to Florida and see women dancing their booty in thongs on the beach. I don't need to go to Cali for that. Come on now. Only thing that's really cool about Cali is the dispensaries. But I go to Colorado if I want a dispensary. Or Michigan. There's plenty of other options. Ain't gotta go to Cali. Let's finish this, man. This shit's crazy.
You want to be with your baby, your new grandson, get vaccinated. You qualify, get straighter by, yeah.
You qualify, gay, straight, or bi. What the fuck that got to do with the vaccine? Or did you just have to throw that in there because you pandering? Virtue signaling looking ass. Want to get you to Fauci, ouchie, pouchy. Crazy, bro. That's crazy to me. It's crazy. Krispy Kreme offering a donut. You basically saying you can see your grandkids if you get the vaccine, or you can get that coochie. Like, come on, nah. You can still go do all that. You can still go see your grandkids. You can still go see your loved ones. You ain't got to be shooketh by COVID. Give it to the big man upstairs, and I promise you, you may not be as shooketh by it. But a whole lot of these liberals want you to be shooketh. They want you to be fearful. They want you to be everything under the sun except okay with how you want to live your life. They want you to live your life the way they want you to live. They want you to live your life how they want you to live it, how they want you to live it. Not how you want to live it.
I got you, Pfizer, Moderna, J&J, even you, AstraZeneca.
Except AstraZeneca wasn't even allowed in the United States, but we won't talk about that. J&J and their couple problems with the rare blood clots. You got Pfizer, got some issues with other people. So does Moderna. But motherfuckers don't want to talk about that at all. And another thing is a lot of people, the left tries to use is, everybody should get the vaccine, right? It should be mandatory. There's a lot of people on the right that say that people should get the vaccine. They're not pushing it as heavily. But there is one thing that I will say openly. I'm not backing Trump on that either with the vaccine. You do what you want to do, but I give mines to God. And I'm not getting a vaccine or getting mines the vaccine because we got God. God's got us.
Roll on up your sleeve, get vaccinated. You need Pfizer, Moderna, J&J. It's okay if it's AstraZeneca. Roll on up your sleeve.
Y'all need God, Jesus. A little bit of love in your life to get rid of some of that pain and that strife. You don't need Pfizer, Moderna, J&J, or AstraZeneca. Just give it to the Most High. I promise you, he'll get you by. Ha ha! You already know what it is. It's been another round of roasting liberals on TikTok. This person is really doing the work of a righteous one, dropping down so many videos of crazy nonsense that really needs to be discussed and be roasted upon, believe you me. Now, there will be more coming, more content coming soon. Now, on those notes, you already know what it is. Stay blessed, stay safe. And keep on laughing in a liberal's face. Peace.